Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going over my weekly expenses for the first week of October. So it's like the last of September up into this evening. Today is Saturday, October 5th, and I've just finished pretty much purchasing groceries and all that kind of stuff. So my numbers are in, and I wanted to invite you to take a look at what I have done this week. So if you're interested in content like that and watching me kind of work through my budget and my paychecks and paying bills and trying to make sure that our expenses are taken care of, please continue to watch this video. So let's jump right into it, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead on and get started into this. Happy Monday. Hope your weekend was well. I am recording this actually on Saturday evening, so it's a little late. And yet again, I've got some lights here, but I don't know if it's working out. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. I want to say, after looking at my October setup, I was like, wait a minute, I think I want to rearrange the way that I am doing my monthly setup and my weekly expense tracking and all of that stuff. So if you're new to my channel, I do want to say that I like to use spreadsheets, and I like to print out the paper and just kind of, write it all out that way. I do have still some budget workbooks that I may bring in to help me, but right now I'm going to be using my papers that I created, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more it'll just be easier for me. Excuse me, it'll just be easier for me. So I hope that you have something to drink. Actually, I have something to drink because I've been out and about today, and still my allergies are still kind of funny. So, okay, so I did take a look at the video for my October setup, and the categories that I have, I've switched them around, right? So I switched them around. Let me write out here on this sheet what my categories will be so far. So I've changed just a few things. Savings, of course, is still there. Now, my house bills, I talked a little bit about that in the October setup, and so just wanted to reiterate, just want to make sure that you guys are following along with me, and it's just easier for you to understand. Like, I know what I'm doing, but trying to explain it to everyone else may not be as clear. So basically, my house bills is everything, all the bills, including the truck that I have. Now, let me also explain to you, my truck, I did not recently purchase it. So I've had this newer truck for a while. I am just deciding to share my payment journey with you. So that is here in house bills category. And I want to say everything else except for my insurances. So for some reason I separated that, and I think I just wanted to keep all of my insurances in a separate category. Okay, so that's just what I did. So house bills are simply just that, and it also includes my truck payment, of which you guys are seeing new now. I've had the truck for a couple of years now, but I did not ever share with you this part. And in fact, I never really shared with you my actual house bills row in my previous videos, but this go around I am. And so after house bills, I did keep my insurances. I did just tell you kind of why I did that. Just want to group those all up. And that is health, dental, truck, all of that. I want to kind of keep it separate. So all of my insurance is there. I'm going to say variables here, and it's my variable expenses. Variable expenses is everything else outside of my bills. All of the expenses that I need to function and live. So that could be, groceries, household. I keep my groceries and my household expenses separately on my day-to-day tracking. And let's see what else is up there. I did decide, you guys, to include Caleb's haircut in variables. But just a lot of things. Let's see. Groceries, my gas for my truck is there. So it's just all of the things that, you spend money on to just manage your day. So that's going to be in my variables. Let's see. Then we have sinking funds. I'm keeping that separate. Sinking funds. Hopefully I have enough space there. Debt. And one thing I did forget to do is include miscellaneous. And now that I think about it, I think I want to add miscellaneous. Yeah, I want to add miscellaneous. And I'm going to write here on the side that will probably be a cash envelope. I will pull that out as a cash envelope. What else will be cash envelopes? So my sinking funds will be cash envelopes. Sometimes my savings will be cash envelopes because my savings, I do have a family cash envelope binder that I put money in that binder cash. I put cash in there. Let's see. So what you won't see here is my tithe or my giving. So that's not even going to be in this weekly expense tracker. I'm trying to make sure I have everything in. So where do I gather this information? I gather this information from my expense tracking paper, and I can show you that sheet. It's this sheet like this. I just created just a spreadsheet, and I list. I write in the category here, and then I list all of the expense types, whether it's ordering groceries or going out to the grocery store. What else? All of that will be here. What I budgeted for, what I actually spent, and if there's any money remaining from that. Okay, so that's what I did here. Oh, and actually the remaining will be from this monthly budget amount. So I'll put a budget amount, how much I want to, that I'm budgeting for that specific category. And then I just jot it down. What I'll do is I'll just write it up here as an example. So as an example, let me do variables. That was pretty easy. I have it written out here, but so variables, right? And this is just for new budgeters. If you don't mind, if you are used to budgeting, I hope you continue to join me. So for the month, I budgeted $1,070 for variables. So let's see, household was one thing. I did some grocery shopping. So do groceries, drive through, womp, womp, womp. And then I like to pull out some money because I like to do some couponing that'll help save us some money, but you got to start off somewhere. So I do have some money that I saved that I have to take out. So like, for example, $50 was budgeted for household. I spent about $20. So I deduct that. It was $20.82, right? So I deduct that from the 1070. That leaves me with 1049.18. Groceries, I budgeted $400. I spent so far $287.64. Deducting that from the 1049.18, that's going to be $761.54. I hope I'm in frame as well. Okay, here's the womp womp. I budgeted $50. I spent $58.52 this week. Me and the kids. Caleb is out of school. Then Jordan had a teacher's work day. So one day we were all home and we were out and about. So outside of that whole week, I overspent. That is life, and it happens. So I deduct that 58, 52 from the 761, 54. That leaves me with 703.02. Now, I pulled out in cash, it's in a cash envelope, $25. I have not spent any of it, so there. And that's how I want to do with, even though that's cash, when I get ready to spend it, I want to include it in my expense tracker so to deduct it. That's the way I'm doing it, but that's how I pull the number, and you'll see this number here over in my variables. Okay, so that's what I do. I know it's a lot of steps, but I just wanted to show you the overall week view, if that makes any sense. You guys comment down below if it is too complicated, but this is kind of how my brain works. And it's almost that sorry but not sorry situation. This is, our brain works differently. And with budgeting, you will see, if you haven't, you'll see how you just have to make it your own. You do what you have to do to make it make sense for you. So let's get my paper out because I've already basically done the work. Okay. So here with savings, I did budget out $90 this month for savings. I did save $90. It was automatically in the kids' account. There is nothing remaining in that category as of for this week. As I get paid and my income comes in, or I have any additional money, you'll see every week where that changes, because I'm going to be using this sheet to build off of. So as the weeks go on. All right, so house bills for the month, and this is where you'll see a different number than what was on my previous video for October. And I'm hoping I'm in frame and that you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So this number is different. So it's $3,367. That's including all of my house bills. All of my house bills except for insurance bills. As of right now, for the week ending 10/05, I have paid $521 in bills. I have $28.46 remaining to pay. All right. Insurance. I budgeted $269 because my insurance pretty much doesn't change as of right now. It's not changing. And I think that's probably, it may change in the near future, maybe early 2025. And that's probably why I separated it, because I want to kind of see what I'm paying now. Because things might change for my insurance. However, I only had to pay $268. So I have $1 remaining in that category. Every dollar counts, right? So I was glad about that. All right. So, variables. My variables was, you just saw it. It was $1,070. As of this week, I have spent in my variable column $366.98. I have remaining $703.02. And I do want to make a note here. I was over in drive-through. I think it's important to make a side note because, and I'm going to put how much I went over, because that's something that I want to keep my eye out on. And so let me just put like a red dot and get this by it so it'll catch my eye, because I want to keep my eye on that road. Drive-through can be tricky. For my family, it's so easy for me to drive through, and I do not want to get into that habit again. Sinking funds. I budgeted $75. However, I was not able to take out any money of any sinking fund money in my paychecks right now, my incomes. So I'm gonna put a 0 because I didn't do anything, and I'm just gonna put it like that because I didn't take out anything. I know I have cash envelopes here, but I just explained that I'm just gonna put no money. Yeah, I'm just gonna put no money there. Okay, and then for debt, same thing. As of right now, I was not able to pull out anything. So I'm also gonna say no money pulled out. If you see this little gnat, I tell you, he is getting on my nerves. All right, pulled out, not pulled over. Pulled out, or I'll just say no money. This is my budget. I can just scratch out how I want. Okay, so just no money right now in that area. And miscellaneous, I did not pull out any money. How much did I budget for miscellaneous? I've got to look really quick on my previous sheets. I budgeted $260, but I think $260 was a part of, I put it in the house bills category, I know, this week. Even though it wasn't pretty much a bill, but I did have to purchase some things for my truck maintenance. I had to get some tires and things like that, and to get the inspection and all of that. So I put that in as a bill. I saw that as a bill because it is a bill to me. The registration, the tags, the tax, all of that inspection, all of that stuff, I treated that as a bill, so I included that in my house bill. So let's just do this. Let's just put, I'm budgeting $50 for miscellaneous. Right now, I don't have anything, so it's going to be a no money detail information. So what I failed to do in my spreadsheet, y'all, was to do a total remaining. So y'all just bear with me. It is what it is. We're just gonna color in a little line here. And I'm just going to write my total. Calculate my total real quick. So let's just put total. It's still a work in progress, so I hope you guys just can bear with me. We're going to mark those columns out, and we'll see if we can't put it here. So we've got $28.46. We've got that extra dollar. We'll add that in. And then $703.02. So we have about $3,502 remaining. And a lot of that is still bills. And we've got some money left in our variable expenses to carry us through, $700 to carry us through for the rest of the month. So yeah, you guys, that was the weekly budget so far for the first week of October. Like I said, that's how my brain works. I know it seems like it's a lot of writing, it's a lot of papers, but I really want to really track my weekly expenses, and I wanted to build up and really break things down, but really just show you guys the overall view. I am breaking everything down row by row, line by line, in those categories. And I did show you guys that, but when I get ready to show you the weekly tracker, I just want to show you what's left in those categories and what I did in that category and how much is left in that category, and then give you a remaining balance of what we have left to spend or what we have left that needs to come out. So that's all that is, and I hope it makes sense to you. It made sense to me. So that's just the way I do it. When you start doing your budget, if you're new to budgeting, you start doing it, it's going to be like that. It's like, make it your own. If it seems like you're writing a lot and you like writing a lot, then not a problem. But if you're more of a put it in a spreadsheet on a laptop, let's key in the numbers, I do that as well. But when I'm videoing and talking it all out, I like to write it out. I'm a writer, but then I also like spreadsheet formulas as well. So you guys, I hope that helps. It's really, really for me to make sure that I am budgeting and doing what I need to do to save money and to pay off these bills that I have and the debt that I have. And I know right now I wasn't able to contribute anything to my debt, but I at least wanted to have that category set because I know that at some point I will be able to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I am so glad to be back in the budgeting community. So you guys, thank you so much. Tell your friends that I'm back. I will talk to you soon, you guys. Bye-bye. Have a good week.